Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who inspire us in all sorts of ways.
Aubrey, as we all know, so many people suffered so much during the pandemic, but very few went through the tragic series of events endured by Andrew Hill two-sport star Estrella Macias. Like so many other high school athletes, being back playing games on a regular schedule is bringing incredible joy. Estrella Macias is the middle blocker on the Andrew Hill volleyball team. Over a period of a few months last spring, Estrella went through an emotional roller coaster, starting with all 9 family members living in her house testing positive for COVID. Estrella's mom had it the worst.
It was just really hard for her. Like, there was points when she would call us and she couldn't breathe, and her oxygen cut off. Yeah, when her oxygen cut off and she couldn't breathe and no one was there to help her. She told us that the doctors, they were busy with other patients and they would have to suit up, and so it would take a while to get in there and they didn't know. So it was really scary.
Then in March, Estrella's good friend and teammate from childhood was killed in a car accident.
So I was busy, and the weekend she wanted to hang out. She went out with her friends. Late at night, she didn't tell her mom. They were drinking, and the driver crashed into a pole, and he left them there, and didn't call for help.
That same month, Estrella's half-sister, who at 13 was battling a drug addiction, died from an overdose.
She was drinking the night of and smoking, weed, and she was taking PCP, I believe, and it all kind of mixed up, and it mixed up, and it didn't end well.
Later in the spring, Estrella's cousin committed suicide, another death with no funeral because of the pandemic. So much for this teenager to have to endure. Estrella says her teammates made it all bearable.
I just stay around my teammates. They're my closest friends. And it's been really hard the last couple of weeks. I've been thinking about it a lot more because there's pictures of my sister, my cousin, my friends on my wall, and I just keep thinking about them.
After the interview, Estrella's friends who had been sitting off camera came over to console their friend and teammate. Meantime, Estrella uses volleyball and basketball to forget the troubles of the past year, even for just a few hours. Her grades have not suffered. Estrella has a 3.9 GPA. She hopes to major in aerospace engineering in college.
I've always been really academically inclined, so I just thought it'd be really bad if I dropped my grades because of that. I feel like they wouldn't want me to. And, I don't want to lose myself over it.
Most of it, I was pretty concerned because, it all hit her, during the, month span of, I want to say, 4 months. So it was pretty impactful. And then she'd, text me once in a while, and I'd be pretty concerned. But there's nothing much I could have done to help her besides be there for her.
Estrella is excelling on the volleyball court, leading her team to a great start to this season.
She last year was named Sophomore of the Year for the entire league, not just our team. She led our team in kills, blocks. I mean, it was amazing. And the best part about Estrella for me is that there's not a lot of girls where everyone likes them. And I have never heard anyone say a bad word about Estrella.
Estrella Macias continues to succeed in school and in sports, despite the toughest of times during the pandemic. Estrella says she will keep fighting on to honor the people she has lost. So amazing that Estrella has done so well in the classroom, and her grades are great. She's got great aspirations for the future, and the reason is she wants to make all of those people proud that suffered so much.
Oh, you love it when you have just a big support system behind you. It seems like Estrella has that.
As she does, especially her teammates.
All right, thank you, Robert.